Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Chastity. Here we talk about beauty, entertainment, celebrities, books, movies, anime, TV shows, and kind of anything else that grabs my attention this week. So today we are talking about Chika and her latest tweets, as well as a slight conversation on people who make not having children their personalities. Now, the whole Chika thing is so funny to me because I have a video from a year ago titled "Now Chika Leave the Kids Alone," where I'm talking about a very similar situation to this one, and I'm just kind of shocked that we're here again, especially when at that time Chika said she was taking a step back from everything to work on her mental health, and I am very concerned about that because it seems like she's either dealing with some manic issues or she hasn't gotten any real help since the last time she's been, a topic of conversation. And that is very worrisome to me. To kind of give you a brief overview of what happened a year ago. On two separate occasions, Chika had been going back and forth with adults, grown folks. And at a certain point in these confrontations, Chika thought it would be a really great idea to talk about these people's children. She compared one little girl to a Halloween decoration, and then a little boy to a dog, and then she was rightfully dragged for it because we don't speak about people's children. Okay, the children are always the innocent party in these situations. Leave all your comments and concerns to the brick-headed adults. We leave the babies alone. Especially, I don't know where y'all come from, but talking about people's children get you 6 feet under. Okay, so me personally, that's talking about people's kids thing. I don't do that because I like being on this plane of existence, right? I ain't really in the mood to be in the afterlife like that. But she could double down on speaking about people's children, and she got dragged severely. Now, some of the dragging was rightful and some of it was based in pure fat phobia and people just salivating at the opportunity to finally be able to attack a fat person. It was a mess, but I think from that point forward we really hadn't seen or heard from Chika until Friday. Love that. So on Friday night, Chika decided to tweet a string of tweets that lit the TL aflame, and I'm gonna read those tweets to you. So I'm just gonna, I'm over this way. I'm over here, have the tweets pop up right here. The lady next to me who thought it would be a good idea to buy yourself and your twin infants first-class seats on the red-eye flight, who just woke me up by bringing your screaming bastard to our seats to soothe her. I just bought $34 Wi-Fi at 4 a.m. to call you a stupid bitch. P.S. I hate you, and I hope you get paper cut between each finger tomorrow, you senseless wench. Are you literally mentally delayed? What makes you think a 1-year-old will shut their bitch ass up on a 7-hour flight that takes off at 1 fucking a.m.? You already had them up past bedtime. I don't care the circumstance. Take your ass to economy at least. That's classism, but anyways, I'm so pissed off right now. I already had trouble falling asleep, and as soon as I do, you bring the consequences of your sexual promiscuity into my life. I got noise canceling on, and I still woke up. Fuck you, ho. Choke. This is why I understand that man in the "so is the baby" video, cause fuck your kids. And she was shaking the damn baby, y'all, and gripping her arm tight to try and shut her up. But that's none of my business. I'm not CPS. Now, with everything that we find out later, I'm going to believe that last tweet was a lie. Because with what we find out later, a lot of what she said is untrue. So that's just that with that very last tweet. Now, we do actually find out who the mother of these children are. But even before that, these tweets were very coded, and I feel like me and a lot of other people kind of surmised that she was talking about a black family, a black mother and her 2 black children, just because people are very, very hard on black mothers, regardless if they're single or not. People have a lot of vitriol when they see black mothers with children, especially if they don't see a man. They automatically assume you are a struggling single mother. And a lot of these tweets are very coded when she refers to the children as bastards, just assuming there is no father involved. calling her a wench. When's the last time a black person has called a white woman a wench? Like, let's be serious about some shit. And then calling the children bitches, telling her to take her ass to economy, referring to these two black children as consequences of your sexual promiscuity. Again, assuming they were mistakes, assuming these children fathers aren't in their lives, assuming the mothers are not married. That type of rhetoric is usually geared towards black mothers. And so I just kind of already knew where this was going even before the mother came forward and dragged the shit out of her. I feel like it wasn't crazy to make the assumption that Chika was talking about a black mother, because there is a completely different mindset of when you see a white woman with children and no husband or no man there, and a black woman with children and no men there. When people see a white woman with children but no man, they don't automatically assume that the father is not in these children's lives. That's not the first thought that would touch your medulla. You assume he's probably in the house. Versus when people see black women with children, no men, they automatically assume that she is a single mother. And it doesn't matter if you're wearing a wedding ring or not. If you are a black woman with children and no men, you are not married. Or if they do see you with a man, they assume that y'all are not together. And it's so interesting to me because, like, if you grew up with a father in the house, then you know that if you want to go to events, if you want to go to movies, if you want to go do stuff, your mom is usually taking you. Very rarely does your dad come unless it's something he's actually interested in. Like, if your kid plays sports and the father likes sports, yeah, he's gonna go to all the sporting events. But if your kid's like a science fair type of kid and the father is not into that, he's probably going to stay in the house. That's not very uncommon that a lot of dads don't participate in a lot of things their children do, and they just kind of stay home. I just want to say that social media was 100% a mistake. We should not be able to be this connected to so many people across the world. Okay? There are things that don't need to be said. But social media has created this idea, especially Twitter, that you should always constantly be tweeting everything that's on the top of your head, which is a mistake. Because at this point, we should all know in 2023, the things you post on social media do in fact have consequences, especially when you have a public account attached to your name and your face, right? It's different if you have one of those little burner accounts. Okay, cool, you can get away with lies. But when your name and face is attached to the account, you cannot just get on social media, specifically Twitter, and say whatever you want. At this point, we know that the things you say on social media do in fact have real world consequences, which is why I believe everyone should either A, get a group chat and you say all the horrible things you want to say on Twitter in the group chat with your friends, because that's where you're really supposed to be saying your fucked up shit in the group chat. Or, my favorite idea, get a journal. Get to journaling down all these heinous things you want to say. And stop forcing this on all of us, okay? Because what Chika tweeted would have been a fire journal entry. Would have been a fire journal entry. But instead, she decided to spend $34 on airplane Wi-Fi to get dragged behind it. So we find out that one of the children that Chika was talking about was actually Zanique's daughter and her niece. If you don't know who Zanique is, she is the daughter of Tiny and T.I. And those were her daughter and her niece on the plane with Chika. She actually posted a video of her kids, of her daughter and her niece on the flight with their little headphones on, all wrapped up snug as bug, you know, watching whatever little movie they was watching. And then the mother of the niece got on social media and left a very long rant that I guess I'm gonna read to y'all because this is a lot. The grammar's off, so I apologize if I start stuttering and stammering. But you stupid ass bitch, that was me you was sitting next to, so let me enlighten you, dumb hoe. They weren't 1 year old. One was my 4-year-old child, and the other crying baby you're referring to was my niece, Zanique's baby, and she's 2 years old. That's why I said, I I take everything that Chika had tweeted with a grain of salt, because she said that the 2 infant children, but a 4-year-old does not look an infant. A 2-year-old does not look like an infant. You could very much so tell looking at children how old they are. An infant gives me between 1 month to 6 months old, not 2 and 4, which are children that you can actually calm down and talk to if they do start crying. But yeah, you're upset because she woke up for 3 minutes crying out of her sleep like most fucking children, and I didn't immediately calm her by holding her and talking to... Wait. And I did immediately calm her by holding her and talking to her because it was dark as hell. I can't believe you are that insensitive when she woke up once on a 5-hour flight to LA. And second off, it wasn't your seat from the beginning. You switched with someone else and sat your fat ass next to me and let me express the funk that you brought on top of that. Crazy shit was, it was you in my ear saying those girls are so good before she woke up out of her sleep scared crying because it was pitch black and her TV had gone off, so she was startled. I appreciate all the things you wish for me, and I can't wait to see your ass again in person, bitch. You just met a woman and 2 children could afford first class next to a peasant such as yourself. You a fake bitch in person. Which I believe this, because Chika because she also said something in the later post where to this woman's face she didn't say anything and then ran to social media. And the reason why Chika ran to social media, she had said this, but a lot of her tweets are gone now, that saying all these bad things about these children and this mother are fine because the mother was never going to see it, which I don't think you quite know how social media works. Somehow everything gets back to the person you don't want to see it. It just works out like that on social media. But yeah, I 100% believe, the mother, because Chika, she gives liar. Like, she exaggerates things because, like she said, she assumed this woman was never gonna see it. So I highly believe she embellished a lot. And okay, here's what I don't think a lot of people understand about planes, but they are in fact a form of public transportation, much like a bus, much like a train. This is use for the public. So when you are around the public, there are things you have to deal with. That includes a crying baby, and I get it, it's annoying. But this anger you feel about somebody who literally has no idea what's happening is insane to me. Children are innocent. I get being mad at the parents, but Chika and keep her anger only to the parents. Right, if you don't like crying babies, you either don't fly nowhere or you get you a private jet. That's really all it is, because this is a form of public transportation. It is open to the public, and with public comes public nuisances. I'm so sorry that you have to deal with a crying baby on your flight to the Bahamas. Girl, you will be fine. I promise you, you will be fine. Okay? And again, that does not... And I get it's annoying. Crying babies are annoying. But talking shit about someone that has no fucking idea of what's going on, why they are hundreds of feet in the air, why did their ears pop? Like, please have smoke for grown people and stop beefing with minors. It's pathetic. Chika then goes on her Instagram and she posts this on her story. Stay mad. Being upset at a person ranting about an annoying baby that woke up at 4 a.m. is a cute way to make you feel like you're morally superior to somebody. You're literally not. Like I've been saying, I wasn't rude to her, and that's what I'm good with. I have the decency to be mad externally somewhere else. My only mistake was doing it on Twitter. I don't feel bad because the response is disproportionate to the mistake, but like, do your thing, internet. You already ain't like me. This ain't nothing new. Again, there's ranting and then there's disrespecting children and disrespecting their mother. Those are two separate things, right? Because you can rant about something and not refer to children as a consequence to promiscuity. That's actually a very fucked up thing to say, especially about black children. I don't think Chika quite understands, like, there are ways to word things, and she worded those entire strings of tweets in the worst possible way possible, especially when we are talking about black mothers, because again, it's a fact that the criticism that black mothers get is proportionally out of pocket compared to other races of women. People talk crazy about black mothers. It is disgusting the ways in which people talk about black children. And I don't think maybe people ever delve deep into their own personal thoughts and opinions and where they come from. Because her entire rant reeked of anti-blackness. That's why so many people automatically assumed she was talking about black women, because it was coded like that. I don't think many people quite understand how coding works, but it's the things that, like, you don't have to say, but we caught it. And it is tiring seeing people talk about black mothers and black children in that way. Because you could have easily ranted about that and not referred to some children as bastards, not called her a wench, not called them consequence of promiscuity. You could have had the exact same tweet and took all that shit out. But there's a reason why you said it. Because you were talking about a black mother and black children. It is a portion of the backlash that is 100% warranted, because Chika, it seems to be a pattern that you talk crazy about black children. Why is that? That's all I'm saying. But there's also a portion of the backlash that is based purely in fat phobia and people just very excited to finally get to talk shit about a fat black person that is not Lizzo. Which, this situation is what stopped me from making my fucking Lizzo video. Because, Chika, what the fuck? What the fuck? But people love to use situations like this to attack people because they just don't like them. They don't like them because they're black. They don't like them because they're fat, because they're trans, because they're queer, whatever. And they use these situations to let off all their bigoted ass tweets and try to fly under the radar because everyone else talks shit about the no bitch we see you and you're a fucking nasty person too. I do want to briefly talk about people who make not having children or not wanting to have children a personality. And like, here's the thing, right? I am never the person to force you to have a baby. Because one thing about me, I'm going to tell you to flush that little nigga. But I will never be like, oh, you're 20 something and healthy, you need to have children. That ain't never coming out of my mouth, because I'm 20 something and healthy and ain't no baby coming out of me, right? So I don't have no problems with you being like, for me in the life I want to live, I don't want kids. I respect that, and I think that's perfectly fine, and I might just be you. Who knows? I could change my mind and have kids, or I might be like, nah, I'm good off that. My problem with y'all is that y'all are so incredibly disgusting to fucking children. Y'all are rude, y'all are mean, and y'all are nasty to small, tiny people who didn't ask to be here, who are literally, their brains are still fucking forming. And you spit vitriol at them. And you think it's okay because you don't want kids. No, it's not. Just because you don't want children does not give you the right to be mean to kids. What is wrong with you? I don't know if it's because you had a bad childhood, and so now you're taking it out on innocent people, but you need to get your shit together and go speak to the lady. Because some of y'all legitimately hate children. And I want you to know that there's something wrong with you. Like, there's nothing wrong about not wanting to have kids, but to be in a situation where you're around children and you get mean and nasty, there's something wrong with you. Like, is your inner child hurt from your childhood? Maybe. But you talk to a therapist, you not take it out on children because you're the adult in the situation. Act like it. Have some goddamn sense. Like, I'm not asking you that when you're in public to go with arms open and hug strangers' children and offer to babysit. I'm just asking you not to be a fucking asshole. Alright? Can you have some goddamn decorum? Why are you beefing with minors? It's weird. Okay? It's strange. I am not asking you to become godmothers and godfathers to every child you see. I'm not asking you to adopt. I'm not asking you to babysit. I'm just asking you to act like a fucking adult. When you're in public places and there are children, I get it can be annoying. I don't get it because I love kids. But for some of y'all find it annoying. Cool, great. But why are you being a dickhead? Like, have you considered just being like, oh, that's annoying, and go back to minding your goddamn business? Why are you on the internet talking shit about people's children? What is not happening in here? What in the synapses is not firing the fuck off? It shouldn't be a controversial opinion to say don't talk shit about children. Why are you beefing with minors? You loser. You're a fucking loser. But yeah, that's it for me. What are your guys' thoughts and opinions on this whole situation? Are you like, what are your thoughts on like people who don't like children? Like, not people who don't want children, but people who don't like children and make hating children their personality. But yeah, that's it for me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.